How's it going, everyone? Ethan here for Cemetery Creations, and this is everything that my fiance and I got at the Silver Scream Con. So, if you don't know, the Silver Scream Con is a music, horror, gore, and more convention that takes place in Worcester, Massachusetts. This year was the third annual Silver Scream Con, and it is made by the band Ice Nine Kills. If you've never heard of Ice Nine Kills before, they're a metal band that most of their songs are all about horror movies. And here's a little clip of the concert that we went to while we were there. So as we entered the DCU Center for the Silver Scream Con, the first thing that we got was our lanyards. Now obviously this is, like, you have to have these, but we did get the weekend pass. And I want to quickly shout out my sister, who was supposed to go to the Silver Scream Con, but then some personal stuff happened in her life and she wasn't able to go. So for Father's Day, she gave the tickets to Jane, who gave them to me for Father's Day. Best Father's Day present probably ever. It isn't from my kids, of course. And it's super, super appreciative. But you get in there, and like I said, you get the lanyards. And this is the weekend pass. Some of them just had certain days on them. So the first thing that we got there was a band called The Funeral Portrait, who was there doing a free meet and greet. I've been really getting into their music lately. Their brand new album debuted on the first day of the Silver Scream Con, Friday the 13th. And like I said, they had a free meet and greet. I got a free 8x10, got to meet the band, got their autographs. Super nice guys. We got to talk about their album for a few minutes, but awesome autographs. Super appreciative of the guys. Glad they took the time to talk to so many people, and yeah, I'm hoping to see them in concert soon. So one of the biggest things that I told Jane while we were at the Silver Scream Con was that I wanted to get a new snapback. There was this company that had a vendor booth almost right near the entrance of all the vendors, and I'm glad that they were. They're called Eternal October. Awesome company. They had snapbacks, they had shirts, couple other things that they had there, and on the back here you can see so many of their other products. I recently went on their website. Awesome stuff. There's so much more stuff I want to get. But they had these great snapbacks, and that's exactly what I did. I got a brand new snapback. It has the Halloween 3 masks stitched on. These are not patches, these are all stitched. They call them slashbacks, which I really love. On the side here you have the stitched pumpkin, and on the back, of course, you have the clover from Halloween 3, and inside there is cool, like, tie-dye design. One of my students actually said that it looked like a crab, so now I can't unsee it, but really, really great. I've been wearing this almost every day since, but hands down my favorite snapback. They've had a couple different ones too that I wanted to get. Unfortunately, money was not quite the option as I wanted it to be, but I'll probably be ordering a couple more snapbacks from them soon. Now, one thing that I had noticed that other people were carrying around, which was from Eternal October, was these Stabby Meal boxes. I fell in love with these instantly because, as you see, they are a different design, obviously, of the McNugget Buddies from McDonald's. And you have Jason on that side, you have Art, you have Leatherface, you have Michael, you have Ghostface, and then same Jason over here. But on this side you have Pinhead, Chucky, Freddy, and Jigsaw. And I didn't know what came in them, and coincidentally nothing really comes in them. They're just a collector's box. But if you bought a shirt, they would put it in the box for you. And it was only like a couple dollars more, which I just went for it. And I'll show you guys the shirt that I got. So, I am a huge fan of the McNugget Buddies from McDonald's heyday. If you guys have never seen the Vintage Crypt episode where I did the 1996 McDonald's Nugget Buddies, check that out after this video. But here's the shirt. They're called McMurder Buddies, and it has all 9 designs that they have. And I was immediately needing to have this shirt. I told Jane, I'm like, I'm not leaving without it. So yeah, I really love this. I actually just wore it the next day to the Silver Screen Con on Saturday, and yeah, awesome brand. Definitely go check them out. I'll leave a link for them in the video description below, along with any other company that I talk about and any other band or music thing that I talk about as well. Now that pretty much took care of everything for Friday night. So Saturday was a whole day of the Silver Screen Con, not just the convention and panels itself, but the Ice Nine Kills concert as well. But the very first thing that we did when we got there was I told Jane there was 3 people I wanted to meet at the Silver Screen Con. Now, given I wanted to meet many other people, but there was a top 3 that I wanted to have. Luckily, I was able to meet all 3. The first one I got to meet was Quinn Lord, aka Sam from Trick or Treat. He was just a kid when he played Sam. He's now in his 20s, I believe, like I think mid to late 20s. But I was super awestruck because, as many of you know, my daughter Dahlia is a massive fan of Sam. She's never seen the movies, as I say every time I talk about this, but she's never seen the movie. But she loves Sam. She has a Sam plushie, and when I got to talk to Quinn, I talked about this time that Dahlia had been sick and was in the hospital, and I remember packing a whole bunch of plushies for her and went to the hospital, and she had this Sam plushie that I had gotten her about a month prior that was with her the whole time. She needed it there every single minute, and I showed him some of the pictures, and he was super nice, super respectful. The selfie with Quinn Lord, and of course him holding Dahlia's plushie. That's not just one that he had, that's her plushie. But also, I got this amazing 8x10 picture of Sam where he says Happy Halloween, and of course his autograph. And then next on my list was I wanted to go meet Bill Moseley. For those of you who don't know, Bill Moseley stars in movies like House of a Thousand Corpses, The Devil's Rejects, 3 from Hell, and he's in a bunch of the Ice Nine Kills music videos as they tell a story with the second album cycle. I got the opportunity to meet him as well, right there, and I got the chance to talk to him and talk about how I really love The Devil's Rejects. It's my favorite horror movie of all time, probably because it's like the first real horror movie that I had ever seen, and I love watching it to this day. He took a good amount of time to shake my hand, talk to me, and then he got up, we took the picture together, and then continued to stay standing, which I thought was super respectful. And we got to chat about like the movie and what horror movies do to us and why we enjoy them and why he enjoys creating them. Super nice guy. And so this is my copy of Devil's Rejects that I've had since a teenager, and right there to Ethan from Bill Moseley. Could not have been a nicer guy. Super awesome. And what was cool was I thought originally he was just going to sign the top of it, but what he did was he opened up the case, took the paper out of it, and he signed it so that way it wouldn't get smudged, ruined, or anything, which I really appreciated him doing that. So thank you so much, Bill. I'm sure you'll never see this, but if you do, thank you so much. So then on Saturday, Jane and there was this huge vendor that was selling all of these great horror and monster movie posters, and so it was buy 2 get 1 free, and we had to do it. They were very reasonably priced. I don't remember how much they were, to be totally honest, but not expensive at all. We picked up these 3 posters right here. So the first one is the all red Dracula poster. I have always loved this picture, and as soon as I saw it, grabbed me. It was like, okay, that's one of them right there. We then did Creature from the Black Lagoon. I have actually never seen this version before. The third one we wanted pretty much what started it all, Nosferatu. Now this one's a bit of a newer one in the sense of, as you see down here, it does say DVD, so, but it obviously very much looks like it's based on the original poster. There is German on it, and I love Nosferatu. For those of you who don't know, I actually have a Nosferatu tattoo. I don't feel like many people who aren't hardcore horror movie fans like this movie, but there's my Nosferatu. Love that tattoo. But yeah, so these are really cool. We're also going to frame these as well and put them around the house all year round. Now, on top of getting able to go around and walk around all these vendors and visiting the panels and so on and so forth on Saturday, there was 2 really incredible people that I got to meet. So first, the man, and his name right now is slipping from my mind. I'll put it right here. But he is the creator of Count Orlok's Nightmare Gallery. Has all of these amazing, realistic horror movie and Halloween statues that you get to go through and see everything. And he talked to me for about 10-15 minutes, actually let me on his side of the booth. He moved the chain for me, and I was able to get a sticker. Super nice guy. I told him I can't wait to come back in October to Count Orlok's. There's another horror influencer that was there. I call them a horror influencer. I don't know if that's what they would classify themselves as. But on Instagram, on YouTube, they are called Pure Horror. And I've been following her for as long as I can remember, since I got on Instagram. And I'm going to show you the sticker that she gave me. She was super nice. Here's a picture of her and I together. And here is the sticker. Super nice girl. I cannot show you what's under my finger. It definitely will not pass YouTube guidelines. It's not technically nudity, but it's about 90% there. But I got the sticker. She was super, super kind. You know, very quiet and soft-spoken, British accent, but could not have been a nicer woman. And my social anxiety doesn't always let me just go out and say hi to people. So luckily, Jane, my fiance, just ran over to her. She was like, "Are you Pure Horror? My husband loves you." And like, it was so awkward, but super nice girl. And I really appreciate her taking the time to take the picture and talk with me for a minute. All right, so that leads to Sunday. Things were winding down. Sunday was more of panels for me that I really wanted to go to. Of course, they had the amazing Terrifier panel. And during that time, we got this candle from Moonlight and Mindfulness. They're a company based out of Salem. Got this amazing candle. It's called Autumn Nights and Halloween Frights. And let me tell you, when it says Autumn Nights, I mean it. So first of all, here's the top of the candle. Very cool looking. And very strong, but not in like a super headache way. Like, I don't know about anybody else, but when I smell something that's super strong, I get an instant headache. These don't do it for me. They're just on that perfect line. And when you first smell it, you get a lot of the cinnamon and sandalwood and apple and all that, and that's great. But at the end of the smell, it is hands down, just like going out on a crisp October night. It smells exactly like that. And then, of course, to wrap up the entire weekend was the main thing that I wanted to do while we were there, and that was to meet David Howard Thornton, aka Art the Clown, from the Terrifier movies. And I don't think I could have been more excited. We waited in line for about an hour and a half to meet David Howard Thornton, and by the time we got up there, super nice guy. And he signed my collector's edition VHS of Terrifier 2. I did do a product review video on this a few months ago, if you guys want to check that out after. I did unwrap it because I did want to watch it, and I did. Absolutely incredible. But David signed it. Ethan, welcome to the club, signed his name, and then in parentheses, of course, Art the Clown. And my hope is to eventually meet other cast members from Terrifier 2 or any of the Terrifier movies and get them to sign this all over. I think that'd be really, really cool. There were many cast members from Terrifier 2 that were there, including Damien Leone, who is the creator of Terrifier. But meeting Art was the highlight. I got to make him laugh, actually, during the panel. If you guys haven't seen that clip, watch the video where I went to the Silver Scream Con and check this out. But absolutely cool, super nice guys. Everyone there was super kind and respectful and very humble human being, and, you know, took a picture with me, of course, and yeah, just took that time to talk to us. And he said he had a great time at the Silver Scream Con, so I'm hoping, I don't know if he'll come back next year, but honestly, if he did, I'd probably end up trying to meet him again. Absolutely fantastic human being. So thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Every view, I just am so happy that we just get any views at all. I know my kids appreciate it too. So as always, make sure that you follow us on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and of course right here on YouTube, where you should like and subscribe. And remember, stay creepy.